Good afternoon, children. Welcome to the science class. So, in the last class, we were learning the lesson, that is lesson number 5, food and health. So, under that, we learned the lack of minerals. So, mineral deficiency diseases we learned, children, in the last class. So, now today we'll move on to the deficiency diseases. Okay, under that topic, we'll be learning the lack of vitamins. So, the vitamin deficiency diseases. So we will be learning vitamin deficiency diseases, children. As you all know that the plants are the main source of vitamins. So they are found in all the fresh foods. So however, some vitamins get destroyed by cooking. Okay, so the fruits we take them as without cooking. So they are, if we cook, what happens, the vitamins will be destroyed. So vitamins, they help us to keep our eyes, the bones, teeth and gums healthy, children. So if our diet lacks vitamins, so then the person will be suffering from the diseases. Okay, so if these vitamins are if they are not taken properly in our diet, then the person or the children will be suffering from the diseases. Yes, and those diseases are called as deficiency diseases. Deficiency disease, that is caused due to the lack of vitamins. So in the last class, already in 4th standard, you all learned the different types of vitamins, their functions and sources. So you will be learning here the diseases caused due to the lack of vitamins in our daily diet. Okay. So now we'll move on to the first vitamin. Yes, as you all know that there are you will be learning 4 vitamins, children: vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C and vitamin D. So among this, the vitamins are classified into two types: water soluble vitamins and fat soluble vitamins. So now the vitamin A, what you are learning, vitamin A and vitamin D, these are fat soluble vitamins, and vitamin B and C are, they are water soluble vitamins. Understood? So now when we move on to the vitamin A, the first vitamin, here these are the sources, so in which we can observe that these the food items, they contain the vitamin A. So here the carrot, you can observe the carrot, all the green leafy vegetables, children, they contain vitamin A. The milk and its products, that is the milk and its products, butter, ghee, okay, the yellow vegetables like capsicum, and also the fruits, they contain what? They contain vitamin A. So now these vitamin the food items which are rich in vitamin A, why we should take them in our daily diet? Because these are necessary, these are necessary for, these are needed to our body for our healthy eyes, healthy skin and tissues. So these vitamin A is needed to our body for healthy eyes, for healthy skin and tissues, children. If this is not taken properly in our daily diet, if these food items are not taken, so then the person will be suffering from, the deficiency disease. Okay, so here you can observe, yes, is if the intake of food is rich in vitamin A, okay, it can help to prevent and cure. That means the person is suffering from the disease called night blindness. Yes. So what is the deficiency disease? The deficiency disease is where night blindness. Yes, and here are some of the food items which are rich in vitamin A and which help to prevent and cure night blindness: the pumpkin, apricot, sweet potato, carrot, mango, broccoli, papaya, red bell pepper, okay, the capsicum, what we call the different colors will get. Yes, so these are the some of the vegetables on fruits which contain what they contain. They contain vitamin A, children. Understood? So now, if the person is suffering from this disease, okay, yes, that is the night blindness. How this night blindness is caused? Due to the lack of vitamin A in the diet. So then the person is, what are the symptoms, what are the symptoms that we can observe, okay, if the person is suffering from night blindness. So the person is unable to see in dim light or at night. As the sun sets, what happens, as the sun sets, yes, we can, you and I can normally see in the dim light, but the person who is suffering from this night blindness will not be able to see in the dim light, children. And as the time, okay, and at night also will not be able to see. Understood? Again the next morning as the sun rises, again he is able to see during the in the sun's light, but as the sun sets, again he will not be able to see. So the name is given as night blindness. Understood? And here we can observe that the, okay, so the dullness in the eye. So the in eye, what happens, he will not be in his reduced, okay, the night blindness, the person who is suffering from this disease is the inability or reduced ability to see in the dim light or darkness. Okay, and you can also observe it is due to the deficiency of vitamin A in the body, and the person will also be suffering from the dryness in the skin. The skin will be very dry and scaly. Understood? See, these are some of the symptoms. Okay, that is, he is unable to see in the darkness, in the, and you can observe dullness in the eyes and dry and scaly skin. So now we'll move on to the next vitamin, that is vitamin B. So these are some of the food items which are rich in vitamin B. You can observe the unpolished rice, the milk, meat, peas, cereals. So all the cereals, children, the cereals or the food grains, which are those? Those are the rice, wheat, jowar, ragi, bajra, maize. So all these are called as the cereals. And also you can also observe all the green vegetables. These are the food items which are in rich source of vitamin B. So they are rich source of vitamin B, and these should be taken in our daily diet. And also the ferment food, children, the fermented food, that is the idli, dosa, paddu. So all this what your mother prepares by fermenting. Okay, so this the fermented food also contains vitamin B. And also the sprouted pulses, the pulses, for example, your mother will take the green gram and she'll prepare the sprouts. Yes, so these sprouts are also rich in vitamin B. And why these are yes, so here we can observe that this vitamin B is essential. They are needed. Why they are needed? To what is the function of this vitamin B in our daily diet, that is in our body, is that they are needed to our body for making our muscles strong and getting energy to do work. So we need energy to do work. If we take vitamin B in our daily diet, what happens? Our muscles will be strong. When our muscles are strong, okay, we can do the work, children. And to do the work we need energy. So that energy is also produced by taking the vitamin B in our daily diet. The food that we can observe here, if we take in our daily diet, okay, our muscles will be healthy, and we can do the work, okay, yes, by getting the energy. So now, if this vitamin B is not taken in our daily diet for a longer period of time, okay, all the diseases that we are seeing here, the deficiency diseases that we are learning, all this takes place only due to the deficiency of these vitamins, due to for a longer period of time. For the child or the man is not taking this food items for 6 months, for 8 months, for 1 year, for 2 years, okay, that is for a longer period of time, then the person will be suffering from the disease called, okay, so those diseases are called as deficiency diseases. So now when he has not taken vitamin B in his daily diet for a longer period of time, he is suffering from the disease called beriberi. So what is the name of the disease? Beriberi. Beriberi is a disease caused by the deficiency of vitamin B. Yes? And here you can observe what are the symptoms. How can we identify? Is swelling. Okay, we can observe that swelling and pain in the legs and the weak muscles. So now the muscles will become weak, and weakness, that the person will be having weakness, he will not be energetic to do any work, dizziness, always he wants to sleep, and loss of appetite. Loss of appetite means the person will not have the desire to eat some, okay, yes, to eat as I and you like to have the desire to eat the snacks in the evening time. We like to eat, okay, you'll tell your mother to prepare the snacks, so the desire of having the food, yes, will be lost. Yes, if the vitamin B, if the person who is suffering from this disease, he'll not have the desire, that is, so it is given as loss of appetite. You don't have the desire to eat the food as you were having before. Understood? Yes. So now these are the symptoms of vitamin B, that is beriberi. Now we'll move on to the next vitamin, vitamin C, children. Vitamin C, here you can observe these are the citrus fruits. The citrus fruits, they contain rich in vitamin C. The citrus fruits like orange, lemon, guava, okay, and we can also observe with green chili, the palak, okay. So these, and Indian gooseberry. Gooseberry is nothing but the amla. Yes, you can observe the amla. Yes, amla or Indian gooseberry. So what they are? They contain vitamin C. And this, why they are needed to our body? For our healthy gums and teeth, and also for the bones and the bone joints. So they are needed to our body for healthy gums, for the healthy teeth, for the bones, and for the bone joints. Understood? If this vitamin C is not taken in our daily diet, then the person will be suffering from the disease called scurvy. Scurvy is the disease caused by the deficiency of vitamin C. And what happens? If what are the symptoms? What we can observe here is the spongy and bleeding gums. We can observe that from the gums the blood starts bleeding, and we can observe the swelling of the gums. Here you can observe the gums have been swelled, they have swelled and they have become red. Okay, so and from the teeth you can observe the blood starts bleeding from the gums. Okay, bleeding gums, and also spongy, they have become sponge. Okay, when we yes, they are a little bit spongy and they are swelled. So here you can observe, yes, the loose teeth, and we can also observe the pain in the joints. In the joints the person will be observing the pain in the joints, and the teeth will be very loose. Yes, and the bleeding gums. Yes, so these are the symptoms that we observe if the child is suffering from the disease called scurvy. Understood? So now we'll move on to the next vitamin, the vitamin D. So the vitamin D is the milk and the milk products, and also the most essential thing is from the skin, from the sun rays. Yes, so our body has the vitamin D is synthesized in our body, children. Yes, so the vitamin D can be synthesized by our skin in the presence of sunlight. So as the child is born, the doctor advised the child to take in the sun, so that the sunlight will remove the clothes of the child, so that the rays of the sun should fall on the skin the early morning. Okay, the early morning before 6:30 the rays of the sun, yes, so should fall on the skin so that the synthesis of vitamin D takes place in our body. Understood? So that is not essential for our proper growth and development. So then we need some essential other additional vitamin D, okay, so that it helps in the formation of the proper functioning of our bones and teeth. Yes, so then what we need, the additional food we need. Understood? So the additional food we can take by taking the milk in our daily diet, milk and milk products, the egg, the fish which contains vitamin D. Understood? So these are some of the sources of food items which contain vitamin D. Understood? And these, why these should be taken in our daily diet? Because they are needed for our healthy bones and teeth, children. Understood? So the rickets is caused if this vitamin D is not taken in our daily diet for a longer period of time, then the person or the child will be suffering from the disease called rickets. So as you have learnt already in the last class, the calcium and phosphorus deficiency, so then the child also will be suffering from the rickets. So similarly, yes, the vitamin D along with the minerals and calcium and phosphorus, they make our bones and teeth hard and strong. So vitamin D, calcium and phosphorus are essential for our healthy bones and teeth, children, and they make our bones hard and strong. Understood? So these are needed to our body. If this is not taken, okay, then the child will be suffering from the disease called rickets. So when the child is suffering from this rickets, what happens, this disease, in this disease what happens, the bones, they become soft, they'll not be hard, children, they become soft. As they become soft, what happens, it will be twisted, it will be bent, okay, the bones become weak also. So to such an extent, so how the bones will become, children, they'll become weak to such an extent that the ability of the child, so the ability of the child to sit, to crawl, to walk, so what happens, it goes on delaying, so it will not be able to sit, walk, crawl and walk, and the leg bones, they get bent. Yes, they get bent, and we can observe that here in the picture you can observe that the three children, okay, they are suffering from the disease called rickets, and you can observe the bones, they are soft, they are bent, they are twisted, okay, and here they are curved, so that they have the bow legs they have, and the knock knees. So then what happens, then the person will be suffering from the disease called the rickets. Understood? Yes. So now, how to prevent this deficiency diseases? The next topic is prevention of deficiency diseases. So the deficiency diseases, all that we have learnt now, the night blindness, the beriberi, scurvy, rickets, how can we prevent? So one should follow to take the balanced diet. Okay, so all the human beings, the children or the man or person, they should take the balanced diet which contains all the types of nutrients. Second thing is, we have to follow some good food practices, so that we have to eat all the food items, all the vegetables, all the fruits, and good for eating habits also should be followed, so that we have to take when we follow this good food practices and stop eating the outside food, yes, stop eating the junk food. So when we follow this good food practices and habits, then we can prevent the deficiency diseases. And as the child is born, the children must be given with the proper amount of milk products and additional food items like juice, soft boiled rice, etc. So all this, when the child is given, then we can prevent this deficiency diseases, children. Okay, so this is about the deficiency diseases. So when this here you can observe that some children will be suffering from malnutrition. So what is that malnutrition? Malnutrition you can observe only in among the poor families, where the child will not be okay, will not be given the adequate amount of the balanced diet in a, okay, and he'll be having improper nourishment. This malnutrition is caused due to the improper nourishment, where they cannot even get one square meal a day. That means they are not getting, not getting the food, okay, 3 times a day. It is very difficult to get one meal a day. Then it results in starvation, and we can also, it results in what happens, most of the deficiency diseases. So then the child will be suffering from malnutrition. Understood? So this is a condition where the child will be suffering from this, all the deficiency diseases, children. Okay, so this completes the vitamin deficiency diseases. So I'll meet you in the next class with the next topic. Thank you, children.